Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so love you. See you soon. Bye.
Gone Home is one of those games that people either really love or really despise. It's been praised by a lot of critics for having an engrossing story and a rich environment to explore. And then you have certain detractors who claim that it's not really a game and that it's just a walking simulator. Now, is this game worthy of all the love or all the hate? Well, I'm just gonna give my thoughts on this, so let's jump right in. The game Gone Home takes place in the mid-90s, and you play as Caitlin, who has returned home from her European trip to see her family. Once she enters the house, she finds it abandoned with no one in sight, and you explore trying to figure out what is going on. There are a couple different storylines revolved around different members of your family, but the main storyline is with your sister Sam and her romantic relationship with another girl named Lonnie. Without giving away too much, you see how the relationship progresses and how it was difficult for her to be a lesbian in the mid-90s.
I had no idea how I would ever, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
As far as the main storyline is concerned, I found it to be really engaging and very emotional. I really bought into the relationship between Sam and Lonnie, as it felt very natural and really genuine. Now, a lot of the story is told through the narration of Sam, and this is a very crucial element to this game, because if the voice acting was really bad, it wouldn't have been as engaging as it could have been. But luckily, the voice acting by Sarah Grayson as Sam is absolutely phenomenal.
All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House girl. Great.
She's able to evoke the happiness and hardships of her character that I really felt for her throughout, and at times I was getting a little choked up during certain sad moments of the story.
I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal, just like I was talking to you.
Now, for the gameplay portion, you spend pretty much all of your time exploring the house, going through the different rooms, and picking up certain objects that might either trigger the next narration from Sam, or just give some background on the rest of your family. It's very cool to go through the different rooms and picking up notes or certain objects and piecing together some of the story in my head. It helps that the house has an incredible atmosphere of mystery that made me curious to explore it all, and each room has a great attention to detail. Now, after all the praise I've given to the story and the atmosphere, I feel this game could have been a little bit more than it is. For one thing, this game is very short, clocking in at around 1 to 2 hours, and it left me kind of wanting more out of it, especially for a $20 game. The other thing that I think would have made it a little bit better is adding a little bit more puzzle elements. The majority of your interaction is mostly just picking up the objects and walking through the house. If there was some form of puzzle solving in it, it would have made the interaction slightly more engaging. In the end, I found Gone Home to be a very engrossing and really emotional game. Though, I wish there was just a little bit more to it. And like I said before, if they had a few more puzzle elements to it, I think it would have made this game a little bit better. In the end, I would say $20 is a bit much given the length of the game. So I would say pick this game up for a a little bit less than that. Overall, I give this game a B. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.